Good morning, everyone. I'm Jim Henderson. For the last couple of years, I've been the public address announcer for FC Tampa Bay. It's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning to what I call a rebirth or restoration of a very, very famous nickname. Famous not only locally, but nationally, internationally, not only in soccer, but in sports, and who knows, maybe even beyond. To find out how the restoration took place, it's my pleasure to bring to the podium the president and team owner of Mr. Andrew Nestor.
I want to thank you all for coming here to Sideburns today. I'd like to welcome the media and some of our special guests. We have with us Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn. We have with us the NASL Commissioner, David Downs. Managing Director of City Development for the City of St. Petersburg, Joe Zioli. Director of the Tampa Sports Commission, Rob Higgins. Director of the St. Pete and Clearwater Sports Commission, Kevin Smith. And Director of the St. Pete Baseball Commission, Steve Nadell. Today is an exciting day for the soccer community in Tampa Bay and around the country, as we're happy to announce that we'll be changing the name of Tampa Bay's professional soccer team from FC Tampa Bay to the Tampa Bay Rowdies. The Rowdies is synonymous and has been for decades with the highest level of soccer in Florida and in this country. And we're happy that today is the start of a new chapter in its rich history. I'd like to thank Jeff Henderson of Classic Inc. for working through this deal with us. The deal gives our club an immediate exclusive license to the mark, as well as a future assignment and ownership of the mark. The new Rowdies just completed its second season of play. It's a member of the North American Soccer League. Last season we played as FC Tampa Bay, and we're the primary tenant of Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg. The team finished third place in the regular season and made it to its first NASL playoffs. Behind me you'll see the new team logo. This is the primary logo of the team. It will be donned on the front of the jersey, as has been in the past. In this day and age in the US and Canada, a lot of teams have started to use your European-style team shield, and we decided to stay true to Tampa's tradition and its history of the Rowdies, and there's no better way to really communicate that Rowdy personality than the unique font, the colors, and the championship star, which represents the 1975 NASL championship. The team's new website will be rowdiesoccer.com. That will also include a change of all our social media. Facebook will revert back to the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Our Twitter handle, YouTube accounts, and everything else will also be Rowdy Soccer. We will retire the FC Tampa Bay shield, marks, and mascot as of today. Also, leading into next season, we will be unveiling after the New Year's new team uniforms and also secondary branding along with the primary logo. Just to make a brief statement on how exciting this is for all of us. Our ownership group has fought hard to bring back professional soccer to Tampa Bay and try to do it the right way, building a foundation for sustainable growth. There have been a few key elements to doing that. One element has been the rebirth of the North American Soccer League and creating a stable second division in this country for our teams to grow and to grow the sport. Another piece of that has been finding a good home for the team. And right now we do have a good home in St. Petersburg at Al Lang Field, now Al Lang Stadium. And we're looking at making several improvements to the stadium. The city has already worked on a new on-field hospitality area, as well as some new branding initiatives that we'll do within the stadium. And certainly creating that identity and that legacy for the team that's so important. And we do that with the branding of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. It's about creating a sense of unity and pride in your team, and it's about bringing back Tampa Bay's first ever professional sports franchise. It's pretty special for this community, and I think now it gives us the opportunity to build and create more memories and pride as a community. So with that said, I'd like to introduce the North American Soccer League Commissioner, David Downs.
Good morning. I'm so pleased for Andrew and David Laxer and the Rowdies staff and the players and the fans of the team that this announcement is being made here today. I had the privilege of attending a number of games here this past season, and I can tell you that the spirit of the Rowdies is very much alive and well in Al Lang Stadium. So this is absolutely the right thing for the club to do. At the NASL, we're very proud of the heritage that we've inherited from the old NASL of the 1960s and 70s and 80s. And so we're eager to bring back those great memories wherever we can, and this is a great example of doing that. I had the privilege also of seeing the resurrection of the Strikers name and colors just across the state in Fort Lauderdale this past year, and it was highly successful. And I'm just smiling at the anticipation of 4 great rivalry games between the Rowdies and the Strikers, harking back to the good old days in the 70s and 80s when they were playing each other in front of packed crowds. This team has accomplished so much playing as FC Tampa Bay this past year in our first NASL season. 3rd place, as Andrew mentioned, in a playoff berth, 2 players named to the league best 11, and a 3rd player, actually our player of the month in July. Tampa won the NASL Fair Play trophy this year. They knocked off a premiership team in a friendly, and actually boasted one of the best attendances in our league. So we're really pleased with what Tampa has accomplished in such a short amount of time, but I'm absolutely certain that bringing back the Rowdies name is going to ensure continued success and even greater success for 2012 and beyond. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Downs. Now, in addition to Commissioner Downs, we have a number of local dignitaries here to share this moment with us here today. And at this time, it is my pleasure to bring to the podium the Honorable Mayor of the City of Tampa, Mr. Bob Buckhorn.
If you notice, I'm even sporting Rowdy colors. This is exciting. I mean, this really is exciting. Andrew, I know you must be like a proud father right about now, and certainly I can remember when I arrived here in Tampa in 1981, the legend of the Rowdies, and how on almost every game, Tampa Stadium would be packed, and there'd be an excitement. And the players that participated, I see folks like Perry here, and Eddie Austin, and Peter, and all the folks that were household names in this community 20, 25 years ago, who brought a sense of excitement to the Bay Area, who gave us a brand identity. Everyone knew who the Rowdies were. The players were heralded. I think they stole some of my dates. But it was an exciting time. You know, and at the same time, Tampa was known as America's next great city. We were a city that was on the move. We were a place that everybody in the country talked about. It's time to get back. The Rowdies are back. The colors are back. Some of the old-timers are back. Tampa is back. This is our turn, folks. This is our time. I am so happy the Rowdies are home. I am so happy that Tampa is back on track to be that great American city. And we do everything with our partners from St. Petersburg. As the Bay Area goes, so goes the cities of St. Pete and the cities of Tampa. We are joined at the hip. We are shoulder to shoulder. Everything that we accomplish, we share. And we are glad, so glad, to have that green logo up there again, to see those names on those jerseys. Perry, don't you dare go out there because you hurt yourself. Let's go, Rowdies. Let's win. Let's fill that stadium. Let's put Tampa back on the map again. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Joe Zioli, who is the Managing Director of City Development for the City of St. Petersburg.
Well, good morning. I'm actually here representing Mayor Foster, who does send his regrets for not being able to be here this morning, and a statement from him as well. So I'll just go ahead and read that for you. On behalf of the citizens of St. Petersburg and the fans who joined us this past season at Al Lang Stadium, I'd like to congratulate the Rowdies in returning, in name and in spirit, to the Tampa Bay area. The original Rowdies had their roots in St. Pete, playing their indoor games at the city's Bayfront Center Arena starting in 1975. Before the Bucks and before the Rays, they brought world-class professional sports competition to our communities. The first game was actually February 14th, 1975. It was Valentine's Day. St. Pete and the entire Bay Area quickly fell in love with their intense play and also the incredible cadre of players who immerse themselves into our communities. The history of those original Rowdies is present with us today in the team that just now was known as FC Tampa Bay. St. Petersburg was honored to host FC Tampa Bay for their second season last year at Al Lang Stadium. We were introduced to a new brand of high-energy soccer and the high-energy fans that came with it. It was a great season, ending in a trip to the playoffs. Next season, we wish Coach Ricky Hill and all his players the very best. We'll see you at Al Lang on April 14th, the season's home opener. Go Rowdies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zioli. At this time, I'd like to bring up the Executive Director of the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, Mr. Rob Higgins.
Thanks so much. This is such an exciting announcement. Our organization, the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, is charged with bringing soccer events of all shapes and sizes to the community. I can tell you one of the first questions we get from prospective clients or from returning clients are, how are the Rowdies doing? Or they'll have memories from their days in viewing the Rowdies. And now for us to be able to not have that awkward silence or not say, well, FC Tampa Bay is doing well, now for us to be able to reference the fact that the Rowdies are here and as strong as ever is really something that's going to be able to continue to help strengthen and galvanize the soccer community. I have personally, just to wrap from my perspective, personally I have such fond memories growing up in Tampa, really being born and raised here, having never left, of what the Rowdies meant as a kid. And those memories will always be with me, you know, whether it was the fireworks on the 4th of July, and now for me to be able to take my own kids and experience the magic of the Rowdies is something that means a lot to me personally, and it's something that's going to continue to help our sports community. So thanks and congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much, Rob. At this time, I'd like to bring up the Director of the St. Petersburg Clearwater Sports Commission, Mr. Kevin Smith.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. Guests, I appreciate being here. Mr. Mayor, I got here a couple of days after you in the 80s, and I do remember the rowdy mania that was going on in the Tampa Bay area. We're excited to have that back, the Rowdies name, coming over to Pinellas County in the city of St. Petersburg, historic Al Lang Stadium. The Rowdies bring a certain excitement because of their tradition, and we are certainly looking forward to welcoming everyone, all the Rowdy fans from not only this region, around the country and around the world, to come into the St. Petersburg historic Al Lang Stadium and the Tampa Bay area to celebrate the Rowdies. Congratulations to all. We look forward to seeing you out at the games. Go Rowdies.